Hello Rust fans, welcome back to The Grind. In today's video, we will be talking about some really insane news that just dropped about the Rust release for consoles. But first, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel to for more no, that's not how to talk. And make sure to subscribe to the channel for more future videos like this and much more. Make sure to turn on notifications too so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Now, I'm hyped, you're hyped, let's get straight into the video. So it has been a long time since Rust fans have heard anything new about the game's release on console. For so long, we have not gotten a released date. Rust fans have been extremely anxious for something. PSU may have accidentally leaked it. There is no confirmation from any one part of the Rust team regarding this date, so for the time being we may have to take this one with a grain of salt, but it is something and I don't think you can blame anyone for being extremely excited. The reported date is for the 31st of December. Yes, New Year's Eve. I guess you can make your plans around New Year's Eve heavily based on Rust and grab a few of your friends too for a big old LAN party. Well, I guess more of a console party, really. It is a very interesting date indeed, but remember, it is not confirmed just yet. Ignore the title of the video. But since the game is already coming out in December of this year, then we can get you guys a little more excited by talking all about the cool stuff that you can expect on the console version of the game. Now, one of the great things that would be amazing in the console version of the game that I unfortunately messed up in a previous video, and everyone told me in the comments, yes, I know, it may or may not be, but we don't know yet. It would be cool if it was cross-platform multiplayer. Xbox or PlayStation, players on each platform are able to play with each other in the game, and it would just make sense if they were introducing that into Rust. I think it would be legitimately awesome if no one was divided in the game. I've got a few friends who've got a PS4, I've got a couple friends getting the new Xbox, I've got a friend who's getting the PS5. What am I to do? I gotta play with them all, and this is not fair. Rust, please make it cross-platform. That'd be lovely. It would be great for the game, and I am sure it is something that everyone would love and will be crying out for if it isn't in the game once released. This could be something that is tested during the game's beta phase, or if it isn't something that's introduced at the game's launch, I'm sure it will be something that makes its way into the game sometime in the future. I wouldn't expect there to be cross-play of any kind with PC because it would not make the game balanced or fair for the console players, as the PC players have much better controls, for example, than those on console. Another thing to consider would be some next-gen upgrades for the game. This is because on the 10th and the 12th of November, the brand new Xbox and PlayStation consoles are being released. So this is around the same time we can expect Rust to release, but there has still been nothing said about the game in regards to the next generation consoles. The Rust website still only states that the game will be releasing on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. But that is not to say that the games will not have next generation versions. I mean, it must do, surely. For the Xbox Series X and Series S, we can pretty much be certain that it will be on that console through backwards compatibility, as the console is doing that for pretty much their whole library of games, so you are most likely safe on the Xbox side. The game will most likely take advantage of better visuals like 4K resolution on the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, and 1440p on the Xbox Series S, of course. Another one of the advantages is faster loading times. Those systems will be using an SSD, so the loading times will be significantly quicker. And lastly, you can expect some better frame rates too, which is always welcome. At the very least 60 FPS, but the new consoles are capable of 120 FPS, so if the game were to be optimized for those new systems, then you could be playing Rust at 120 FPS on console. Now that would be awesome. We can also expect music. Yeah, I know that sounds quite weird, but just give me a second to explain. The console versions of the game are designed so that they will have their own unique soundtracks, and the music played in certain situations during the game will be set up like that, which is pretty cool if you ask me. It is only a small detail when you think about it, but it will make a huge difference, as sound design can make or break the way you experience a game. A very nice touch and addition for the console players to enjoy, I'm sure. On Steam, the game is about $40. We can expect that to roughly be the price for the consoles when it finally releases, and it is possible that there is slightly more expensive, as pretty much all console games tend to be more expensive than their games on PC. Though we do expect the beta to be free, so at least everyone will be able to have the opportunity to play the game at least before the paywall. Now, there is still a lot of unanswered questions that we are screaming for the Rust developers to let us know about. There's still so much we don't know about the Rust release on console, but at least we have a couple of details on what to expect. And surely at this point the release must be pretty damn close, but for now we will have to wait and see. But with that, guys, that's all we really have to talk about right now. That's all we've heard, and those are all the kind of things that I'm interested in and I think the community is buzzing about. I cannot wait for the release, but for now that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more Rust content like this and much more. Of course, make sure to turn on notifications too so that you don't miss out on any future videos. We will see you guys next time in the next video, but until then, take care.